Yo, what's good, Jets Nation? This is Jets Media, and in this video, I'll be breaking down today's training camp. I'm pretty sure this is day 6. It is a Saturday. It is August 22nd, and I'll bring you guys all the latest injury updates, who went off today, who struggled today. You guys know the drill. This is the 6th episode of the series I created on this channel, and I'm loving every second of it, and it seems like you guys are loving it as well. You guys are killing it in the like section, the comment section, all that good stuff, and there's a lot of new subscribers to the channel, so if you're new to the channel, welcome, and I appreciate you guys tuning in for Jets content, and yeah, stay tuned for more throughout the season and carrying on. So before I get into the video, I just want to mention, I mentioned this in my previous videos, but I made a brand new YouTube channel titled Touchdown Kingdom. It is basically going to be all NFL content. I'm not going to be on camera. It's going to be me creating top 10 videos all about NFL, basically. My next video is going to be an AFC East quarterback showdown, so I'm going to be breaking down Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Cam Newton, Tua, and all that good stuff. So if you guys want, please go over there and hit that subscribe button. I'll leave the link down below in the description. With that being said, let's jump right into today's training camp. So we're starting off with the injury update. Finally, we have some good news when it comes to injuries. Avery Williamson, Ryan Griffin, and Daniel Brown are finally healthy and back on the practice field. They did not participate in team drills, but they were out. They got activated off the PUP list, and they are now on the active roster. That's really good news because Avery Williamson is still battling from his torn ACL from last year, so that is nothing but positive news. And then the injuries were pretty much the same. There's nobody that came back from injuries other than those three, but the three new injuries are Patrick Anuasor, who with a knee injury, Franklin Myers with the groin, and Josh Adams with the hamstring. So yeah, that's the injury update. Moving on into what happened in today's training camp. So one player that finally shined, I know a lot of Jets fans, including myself, has been waiting to hear his name pop up in these reports, is undrafted free agent wide receiver Lawrence Cager. He came down with 2 touchdowns. One of them was a back shoulder fade in the end zone, according to the reporters. He went up there and it was a jump ball, had the high point, and that's what we want to see from Lawrence Cager. That's what he's best at. He's a 6'5", really long and athletic, tall receiver. It's really refreshing to finally see him making plays because I really want him to make the roster, and he's not going to make the roster if he doesn't really start flashing in camp. And today he had 2 touchdowns. One of them was a fade. One of them was I'm pretty sure he lined up in the slot and it was a wheel route, and he caught a touchdown from Mike White. So Lawrence Cager is flashing in training camp. I think he has a chance to really make this roster, especially with the depleted wide receivers. We got guys like Vincent Smith, who's out for a long time. Chris Hogan is now a New York Jet. We're actually trying out wide receiver Kevin White. We're trying out wide receiver Dante Moncrief. So, yes, obviously this wide receiving group is not looking too great. Denzel Mims is still sidelined with the hamstring. Hopefully he can come back and do individual drills as soon as possible. But I really hope Lawrence Cager makes this roster because he has all the tools there is into a big body receiver. He might not have the best hands and not have the best route running, but his sure size, he's just really good at that high point. You know, if Sam Darnold can just lob up a red zone fade to him, he can go up. It's a mismatch almost every single time because he's going against a cornerback because there's no 6'5" cornerback. So it's a pretty much a mismatch. So Lawrence Cager, he's showing up in camp, and it's good to see that he finally is having an excellent day. Next up, we got Bless Austin is actually showing up today. So he actually picked off Sam Darnold. It was Sam Darnold's first interception of camp, and Bless Austin is really shining. He is taking that next step. This is his first year in training camp. Last year, he was in the PUP list all throughout training camp, so he never really had the chance to practice with the team and get used to the system. He got thrown in there in the fire halfway through the year in 2019 as a rookie, and he flashed. So this is his first time in training camp, and he picked off Sam Darnold in the end zone, which is a good thing because we need our cornerbacks to really lock down the secondary. And I think Bless Austin has a chance to take the next step and solidify his starting role at that cornerback spot. Guys like Pierre Desir are still out with a hamstring, so we need Bless Austin to take a next step. And another cornerback that's playing well is Quincy Wilson. He looks like he's more comfortable in the system. He said in an interview he was so happy to get traded from Indianapolis to the Jets, and that's simply because the Jets scheme fits him way better. And his word usage basically was saying, like, in Indy, they kind of wanted me to cover grass. Here, they want me to play actual situational football, follow mans around, which is basically man-to-man. And he just loves Greg Williams. He loves the system, and he's flashing in camp. He had an interception, and he's playing with the second team. So I think he's going to provide really good depth, Quincy Wilson, and I like that trade that Joe Douglas. We got him for only a 6th-round pick, and he's a former second-round pick coming out of Florida, and he has chemistry with Marcus May from college. He has chemistry with Nate Harrison and Pierre Desir from Indianapolis. So, yeah, Quincy Wilson's looking good. Our cornerbacks are finally becoming solid. Unfortunately, Brian Poole's still out with dehydration. I really hope he can get back on the field, and it's not too serious because it's a little concerning. But, yeah, Sam Darnold threw an interception to Bless Alston, but Sam Darnold bounced back. He had a really beautiful touchdown pass to Chris Herndon, and this is just another sign that Chris Herndon is becoming Sam Darnold's favorite target. And Sam Darnold really shows his adversity. You know, he throws an interception. He's probably upset in his mind, like, I shouldn't have done that. That was an underthrown ball. That was a bad throw by me. And he bounces back and throws a beautiful touchdown. I'm pretty sure it was a 25-yard touchdown pass to Chris Herndon. So Chris Herndon is getting high-volume targets. Chris Herndon is going to become Sam Darnold's favorite target in 2020, in my opinion, if they're healthy. And another guy that I mentioned in my previous videos, Trevon Wesco. He is another guy in this tight end group who's extremely versatile. He's actually going to line up at the H-back like he did last year, kind of like the fullback position. He's going to be a lead blocker for guys like Le'Veon Bell, guys like Frank Gore, and he did really well for a fullback H-back last year. I really think he has potential to, because he's a tight end that's more run blocking tight end, right? He's not a receiving tight end, but at the same time, he is developing into becoming a receiving tight end. He's extremely versatile. This tight end group is awesome. So guys like Chris Herndon and Trevon Wesco, and now we got both tight ends back from the PUP list in Ryan Griffin and Daniel Brown. This tight end group is really looking good. It's probably one of our strongest positions on this Jets offense, and our running backs is strong as well. Le'Veon Bell looks excellent. Frank Gore looks really good for a 37-year-old, and I really like rookie LaMichael Pirine. Josh Adams is our fourth string. He went out with a hamstring. So overall, this Jets offense, besides the wide receivers, are looking pretty good, and the offensive line I'll get into at the end of the video. And so another guy I want to talk about, backup quarterback Mike White is solidifying himself as the best quarterback behind Sam Darnold. And remember, Joe Flacco is not playing in practice yet. He's still battling a neck injury. So obviously Joe Flacco would be the number 2 backup behind Darnold when he's healthy. But Mike White is showing up, and he looks like he's comfortable. He looks like he's going to be week 1 backup starter for Sam Darnold. Not backup starter. The day 1 backup for Sam Darnold, because guys like James Morgan, rookie out of Florida Atlantic, he's struggling. You know, he's a rookie. We can't expect him to just light up the camp, but he did have a little more improvements today. I'm pretty sure I saw a report that he was shining. But guys like Mike White, he's the one that threw the touchdown passes to Lawrence Cager, 2 of them. So he's getting chemistry with the backup. So that's a good sign that we have some type of quarterback depth behind Darnold. But we really hope that Sam Darnold is playing all 16 games, and Mike White, Joe Flacco, James Morgan, they do not see the field once this year. That's the best case scenario, but I'm just reporting for what I got from camp. And next thing I want to talk about, which is really interesting, defensive lineman Bronson Kaufusi, right? He switched roles, and now apparently he's going to be a tight end for the Jets. That doesn't really make sense to me, because he was a really good he provided good depth on the defensive line, but at the same time, our D-line is so deep where I don't see him getting any playing time on there, because I'll list everybody on this defensive line right now, and there's a lot of names. Quincy Wilson, Steve McClendon, Foley Fatukasi, Nathan Shepard, who's having an excellent camp, Henry Anderson, Kyle Phillips. Those are 6 players right there, and I'm probably forgetting some players. Franklin Myers, who went out with a groin today, and Bronson Kaufusi. So I don't know what he's going to do as a tight end. Maybe he's going to be more of a blocking tight end, because there's no way he can start catching balls as a defensive lineman. So maybe they're bringing him in sets where it's just like an extra tight end on the end so he can provide more run blocking. That's really interesting, so we'll see what Kaufusi can do as a tight end. We're so deep at tight end, so I do not expect him to get any play time with the first team, but still, that's interesting. And yeah, so there's going to be a Jets scrimmage next week, according to Adam Gase. We do not know the day yet, but that's exciting. We can finally see some live scrimmage from this Jets team, from the first team offense and defense. In practice, it's been 11 on 11, and we're getting reports of what's going on, but a scrimmage is more of like a game feel, and we're going to see who is really playing well. And this report is basically who is playing well today. And before I end this video, I want to talk about who is struggling, which position group is struggling, and it's unfortunate because it is unfortunately the most important position on this Jets team, and it is the offensive line. According to some reporters that have been to camp every single day, they're saying that this offensive line is struggling, and they do not look like they are getting any pressure on the run attack or pass blocking, and it's concerning. Obviously, our defensive line is a strength, so they're going against them, and they're overmatched. And I'm telling you, we have 5 brand new guys. I mentioned this in my previous video, so I like what Joe Douglas did. He had to revamp it, he needed to, because last year was just atrocious. And as you guys know, we have 5 brand new players. starting together for the first time, and we have a rookie at that left tackle spot, and we have all new free agent veterans coming in. So they just need to gel together, and I think that's what's going to come down to. I think week 1, our offensive line is not going to play well. We're going to get beat. Sam Darnold's going to be running for his life. We're not going to have an established running game as of yet, but the more reps they get in games throughout the season, I think this offensive line, if they stay healthy, is going to gain chemistry and get momentum to propel them later on in the season, especially because there's no preseason and there's no live action for this offensive line to get chemistry. It's going to be really hard for them, and it's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's a good thing that they are going against this Jets defensive line, because the Jets D-line is the best position group on this entire team, so they're getting each other better and better each game, each practice, and guys like Jordan Jenkins versus Mekhi Becton, that's a matchup to watch. This picture right here is one of the most insane pictures I've ever seen. Mekhi Becton just holding him with one arm, and it's just such an awesome picture because, like, yeah, Mekhi Becton, just look at him. He's just like, yeah, you're not coming to Sam Darnold. Yes, some people will say it's a holding penalty. He's holding him, but it's practice. He's getting fun. He's getting his hands dirty, and it's just an awesome thing to see him just holding on to him with one arm, and you just see how massive of a human being Mekhi Becton is. So, yeah, this is an awesome picture. So, yeah, that really does it for the report of training camp of day 6. Let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comment section down below. Who are you excited to see in camp? Who are you worried about? Me personally, I'm still worried about this offensive line, definitely, because this is the most important position group on this Jets team to propel them to be successful. So yeah, that does it for this video. And like I said, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I'll be giving you guys up-to-date news on all training camp. I'm also thinking about making videos when Madden 21 comes out. I'll maybe play as the Jets. I'll practice with the Jets. I'll verse people online as the Jets. I'll do some live streams. So let me know if you guys are interested in watching me play Madden 21 as the New York Jets, because I love Madden. I love the Jets. So yeah, let me know. And that does it for this video. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Let's go Jets. Peace.